I was going to say, we have started off really great today. So knock on wood that nothing else fucks up. Okay,
Nope.
Gavin. Today we are
Kendall.
answering a very, very important question. The ultimate question, some might say. But
The question.
before we get into that, do you have your towel with you?
Only always.
Perfect. Do not lose it. Everyone else
Wait, I
listening,
lost it. Shit.
you better
Should we
have
start
yours
over?
or we're going to fuck up and fail and
I
die.
definitely lost my towel.
God damn it.
We need to start over. Play the music while I look for my towel. Thanks for tuning in to 101.3 BKMG The Farce. Coming to you live from separate places, pre-recorded. Now presenting The Bane and Mickey Show.
And we're back. I
We
have my
are
towel.
Back.
Gavin
I
has
have
his
my
towel.
as well.
Okay. We're good to go. Do not panic.
But it's here.
It's
the episode that has been
finally
teased for months
upon us.
is finally upon us.
And when we say teased, we mean very, very little because we never actually teased like what it was about. We just said, hey, we have an exciting episode. And who knows if it's actually exciting to anyone except for us. But, you know, that's...
Who cares? We didn't make this podcast for you. We made it for us.
I know, that's the only reason.
We sort of made it for you, but...
No, we made it for us. We're just lame.
4 or 5 people that are going to download this.
I was going to say, Edward was right in that we could just be having phone calls with each other, phone conversations. Like, hey, Gavin, I watched a really good movie. No, we had to record them so everyone else could listen in on our conversations.
Maybe that's what we should call it. The Bane and Mickey Show phone conversations that didn't need to be recorded.
Amazing. Amazing. That'll be the bonus episode with all the, like, BTS blooper stuff.
But before we delve into the ultimate question...
Yes.
What have you seen recently?
So the second to ultimate question, one might say.
Third to ultimate, maybe.
Third to ultimate. What's the second? Doesn't matter. Recently, recently I watched the Fear Street trilogy on Netflix.
Congratulations.
And it was pretty decent, I would say. It had its ups and downs, but overall, you know, it kept me entertained, and I watched like one a night, and it was fun. I did not realize there are R.L. Stine books, so now I'm gonna go find those and read those, and also find some Choose Your Own Adventure Goosebumps, because that's what I'm feeling right now.
I watched that miniseries Clickbait.
Oh,
it was very interesting.
Yeah,
I definitely was surprised by the twist ending.
Okay.
And I finished watching the Justice League animated show.
Mm-hmm.
And then I watched James Wan's new movie, Malignant.
Yes. How was that? I've been wondering if I should see it. Yeah?
It's really good. It's kind of like Dead Silence meets Saw meets The Conjuring.
Okay. Good movies.
So, I mean, just like a combination of all of his really good movies.
Yeah.
And I will admit that I guessed the twist for the most part, but
fair.
It was still like a really good twist.
Fair. Okay. What about Clickbait? I also had that on my list, and I'm not sure if I should.
It is
indulge.
Interesting. I would watch it.
That doesn't sound very. That's not very.
I don't know.
Boosting.
It was very. I don't know. I didn't watch. I was sort of interested in it, and I kind of already thought I knew how it was gonna go. But by the end of it, I was more sold on it being a decent show.
Okay.
So, like, I started out being like, yeah, whatever, this is sort of what I was expecting, yeah, sort of, whatever, blah, blah, blah. Yeah, I get it. And then by the end, I was like, oh, shit, I did not get this at all.
Is it a limited series, do you know, or is it?
It is. It has 8 episodes, but the other cool thing is each episode is told from a different person in the story's perspective.
Ooh.
So it's not just one person the whole time. Plus, it has Zoe Kazan in it. So.
Okay. One last thing before we start, and I did not watch it because I'm not a big trailers fan, and I kind of just want to wait until November. But did you watch the Hawkeye trailer?
I did.
Yeah? Tell me your thoughts without telling me what it's about.
I mean, I don't...
Did it make you more or less excited for
it? Didn't make me any less excited. I feel about the same. Like, watch it,
this is why I don't watch trailers. They don't do much for me except like spoil everything.
Especially the first trailer. And like I don't feel like we got a lot more than we already knew.
Yeah.
We just got like first looks of some characters and some costume stuff, and I mean there was one thing in the trailer that sort of surprised me, and it was how Kate and uh, Clint are gonna meet,
Mm-hmm.
more or less. But that was, in terms of what happens, that was sort of the only thing. And it's like Christmas themed.
Oh, that's fun, I guess.
But that's about it.
Is here's the question.
What is the
Because
question?
it's mostly about hold on. Wait, I don't want to watch the trailer. I just want to look at the thing. Okay. Sorry. I'm screaming at IMDb. Cuz it's mostly about uh it's mostly about Clint and Kate and him
As far as
training
I'm
her.
aware, yeah.
Yelena Belova is apparently in 8 episodes. So I'm
I was.
wondering how much of the
I think
arc
she's gonna show
includes
up.
that.
I feel like she might show up just
She's in 8
because.
episodes. It
Oh, I thought you
says.
said she wasn't in a
No, she's
episode.
in 8 episodes. So
That'll be interesting.
I'm curious because I am interested in the. Have you seen Black Widow yet?
No, but I know what you're talking about.
Yeah, so I'm interested in that arc, but I don't. But it's like the show needs to choose if it's going to be about Clint and Yelena or Clint and Kate. So it you know it can't. I don't know if it can be about both effectively. So we'll have to just see.
Yeah, that's pretty much the whole theme. Is guess we'll see.
But I am excited for Florence Pugh to return because she did amazing in Black Widow.
I'm wondering if it'll almost be like a half and half type of deal.
Yeah,
Like
kind of like
Florence,
I was
like
gonna say
Yelena might be in part of it or like teases of it. But she
yeah.
won't be in
I
the
was gonna
whole
say
thing
kind
until
of
the
like
end.
Falcon and Winter Soldier, where it's like, okay, here's Bucky and Falcon, and then here's the Flag Smashers.
Or like with Sylvie.
Yeah, yeah. I
But
don't know.
enough about that. We
Enough
have
about
to
that.
answer
The ultimate
the
question.
question. The ultimate
Life,
question.
the universe, everything.
Yes.
Today,
And that answer, 42.
I was gonna say
That's
the
right.
answer is the Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy, but
That too.
that also works. Well,
we are
or is the
talking about.
question the Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy? And the answer is 42, and that's just the question we've been looking for all along.
Maybe.
Maybe.
I did finish reading the books.
Yay, just in time.
I know,
There's-
I finished it last night.
Amazing. Way to procrastinate. Just kidding.
Thank you.
It's
There's
not like I
5
don't
of
watch
them,
the movies
okay?
right before we talk about it. So
There's 5, okay.
no, I was gonna confirm there are 5, right?
Yes.
Today
It's a 5-book trilogy.
we are indeed talking about the classic Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy. It is a classic book. It is a classic radio show. It is a classic television 6-part series, and it is a classic film, all
It's
wrapped into
amazing.
one.
And of course, we had to do it for our 42nd episode.
Obviously,
Because
that's the correct
obviously.
answer.
It's the answer.
I don't think I've seen this film since like high school, maybe middle school. I honestly do not know.
I've definitely seen it a few times in my adult life.
Yeah.
I think it's been a couple of years since I last saw it,
Oh, yeah.
but it still holds up. This movie's amazing. I
Um,
was a little concerned about it, but it
What-
holds up real good.
yeah. I was gonna say did not realize it was made in 2005, and then I was like, wait, was I expecting it to be older or newer? I don't even know.
2005 had a lot of good
I was
stuff
just
that
like,
year.
2005 didn't seem like the right year, and then I rewatched it and I was like, never mind, 2005 is the perfect year.
Especially because Martin Freeman looks so young.
Oh my gosh, this is
Zooey
right.
Deschanel looks so young.
This is like right after Love Actually, and he's so baby, he's so small, and the little red hair.
Oh yeah,
Boy,
he
what
was
are you
in Love
doing?
Actually, I forgot about that.
It's like the best. No, it's like that movie is so cringy for him, but it's amazing.
I know, but that's what makes it good. Like, the whole thing is very awkward, but it's hilarious.
It has a great cast. It's again one of those movies where it's like early 2000s, where like yeah, these are like decent names at this time, but like are still maybe
Much.
they're very young for the time for the era, you know. Whereas now in like contemporary like 2010s, all of these names were just like boom, big hits, ha ha ha. And it's like, oh, look at them in 2005. They're so small.
I think, yeah, 2005 had a lot of good stuff that year. It had the
did.
Doctor Who reboot,
Mm-hmm.
Criminal Minds, Supernatural.
Uh-huh.
That's the only three things I can think of that mattered.
Yeah.
Probably something else, but that's not important right now.
Speaking of Doctor Who, we answer the ultimate question: how many of these British actors are in Harry Potter, and how many of them are in Doctor
So
Who, and
many.
how many of them are in both? The answer
So many.
is 3 of them are in both Doctor Who and Harry Potter, if you count the Harry Potter video games, because Stephen Fry does indeed narrate the Harry Potter computer games, as well as narrating this movie. And then 4 of them are in Doctor Who, and 5 of them are in Harry Potter, 6 if you count Stephen Fry. I spent way too much time on IMDb just scrolling through.
Trying to think if there's someone else, because the only other person I'd think would be Martin, but he definitely wasn't.
Nope. But
and neither was
he
Helen
is in
Mirren.
The Hobbit, which Stephen Fry is also in, and he is in Sherlock, which Mark Gatiss is also in. Mark Gatiss appears as one of the Vogons. We don't really see his face. He's just in costume.
It's weird that Alan Rickman never did Doctor Who.
Yeah. I think he was
Hasn't
busy
Warwick
with
Davis done it?
better things. What?
Has Warwick Davis really not done Doctor Who?
No, he has.
Oh. That's good.
These,
I've been really
these
surprised
3 are the 3 that have been in Doctor Who and Harry Potter. Let me look up specifically what episode he was
I'll
in.
figure it out. It's not that important. The important thing is watch this movie.
No, it's very important. Hold on.
I already found it. He was in...
Okay.
Oh, that's
You know
right.
what?
He's in the Cyberman one.
Mm-hmm.
When they get rebooted, the Neil Gaiman episode, where
Ayo.
Matt Smith plays chess with himself.
Yeah. And of course he plays our favorite Professor Flitwick.
Yes.
Well, I mean, like, all of the good professors are the favorite professors. When I was watching this, I was like, how come Warwick Davis sounds like Alan Rickman? And then I was like, oh, wait, never mind.
Because
that's because it is Alan Rickman.
I like Warwick Davis, but I don't think he could sound
him.
like Alan Rickman.
Yeah, I was like, this is really confusing. Bless them both. I will also say, God bless HBO. Please sponsor us. But right now, they're my favorite streaming platform because they have so many options. Right now, they just uploaded like a ton of new stuff, classic stuff to their streaming service. And I'm trying to think. Recently, in like the last couple months, another company just bought someone else, and so that was going to change a bunch of streaming availability. But I don't remember which one it was. Maybe it was Peacock? No, I don't know. HBO is killing it, so thank you. Please sponsor us.
I always appreciate a good sponsor.
Yeah, me too.
Especially if they pay us.
Anyways, before we get into the nitty gritty meat, whatever. Every time I hear the name Arthur Dent, it just makes me think of Harvey Dent, and I get confused because that's totally different by a lot. But yeah, let's get into it.
Let's get into it. It starts off
Why
with...
did you write Mos Def? That's not his name.
Yes, and he's credited as most deaf in this. I am 100.
Yeah, he is credited. No,
but he's credited as most
credited
deaf.
that. Never mind. I just saw that next to his.
But his name that he goes by
Yasin
now
Bey.
is Yasin Bey.
Yasin Bey. Yeah, we got our classic little Martin Freeman playing our Arthur Dent. Mostef, or Yasin Ray, plays Ford Prefect, which he reminds me so much of one of my high school friends. First of all, just like his face looks like my friend if he was like, I guess, our age now, you know, compared to high school him. But then also just the way he acts. I was like, wait, are you okay? And then who else do we have? Oh, we have Sam Rockwell, obviously.
Zooey Deschanel.
Zooey Deschanel, Warwick Davis, Alan Rickman, Stephen Fry, Tom Lennon, Helen Mirren, John Malkovich. Oh, it's so good.
I love Tom Lennon. I love the computer Eddie always, but I
Oh
didn't
yeah.
realize that that was Tom Lennon.
The Eddie the computer makes
I'm
me
sorry, guys.
reminds me of like a carnival uh carny, like
Yeah.
carnival games
Step
like
right up, step right
yeah.
up.
My favorite yeah, it's amazing. I when this movie first started, I was like, "Oh, Spyglass. I have not seen a Spyglass film in a while, or at least not like consciously thought about it." And I was like, "Oh, that's kind of a throwback." I don't know. Does Spyglass still do stuff?
Probably. Wouldn't
Oh,
be
they definitely
surprised.
do, but
But this was also directed by Garth Jennings, who
uh-huh.
directed both Sing 1 and 2.
Whoa. Sing
Amazing.
2 hasn't come out yet, has it? No.
No. And I was.
Oh my
Go ahead.
god. Okay, sorry. I was looking up Spyglass and there's an untitled Spy Kids film
What?
coming out
Oh my lord.
in this year.
Oh shit.
Um oh
I
no,
wonder if it's a sequel to
TBA
We Can Be
actually.
Heroes.
TBA. We don't know if it's. Oh my god, this is amazing. Okay, anyways.
um, so I didn't know that this was written by Douglas Adams, who wrote the
Yeah.
original books,
There's a nice little dedication to him at the end of the film.
because he died around when
He
before it
died in
came out, I think. Or
2001. Yeah. Um but he also wrote. I love it when you can get authors to write their own adaptations of things because Douglas Adams also worked on the radio show and the television series. And so it's,
it was a radio show first.
yeah,
But
it
it
was
was
a
a radio
radio
show,
show.
then books, then a TV show, radio show, then the movie.
Yeah,
And I don't think anything's been done with this property since.
amazing. But if you can get the author to be involved, like that's the best way to get the adaptation because it's how they want it to be. Even if things are changed, like it's their creative, right? The movie really hits it on the head. Just starts off with this crazy wild music, which is just like, oh, okay, this is the tone of the movie that we're gonna be in. And we
Right.
have this wild as fuck documentary intro with dolphins, which you're like, why is this relevant? But it's also just very entertaining. And then we get the little dance, and of course, everybody's favorite song. Um,
So long and thanks for all the fish.
yep,
So
amazing.
sad that it should come to this.
You were saying the fourth book centers around dolphins. Tell us a little bit
Yes.
more about that.
So the fourth book is called So Long and Thanks for All the
Oh
Fish.
my god,
And
amazing.
so a lot of it is about where the dolphins all went. And Arthur's on Earth and he meets this girl and they try and figure out what happened to the dolphins.
Wow.
It's very strange. The books follow a pretty wild path.
Uh-huh.
But what I thought was interesting about Douglas Adams doing the movie is that everything with like Hamakavula and the point of view gun, that's all nowhere in any of these stories. So it's all added by him to the movie.
Uh-huh.
The religion that Hamakavula is like the head of, that exists, but not Hamakavula himself is ever mentioned. So, but that also explains how it feels still like it's part of the whole world in the book and
Yeah.
everything. Because I feel like this encapsulates the tone of the books really, really well, even
They
if it's not
they
exactly the
really
same.
I haven't read the books and I will now because I'm interested to. Although I'll probably listen to them on tape also. I'm curious to see who reads them. But they really just do everything in this film. They go so many places, but it also doesn't feel like you're being dragged along to a lot of places in
Right.
all I can think about is Indiana Jones or National Treasure, but both of those are good, not in a
Right.
bad way. So I can't think of the right movie to compare it to, but you don't feel like you're going to too many places. It's just very wild, and it does feel like a book series mashed together. Kind of like the series of unfortunate events movie where they try to hit like 3 books in like the span of like 2 hours. And so that's kind of what this movie feels like, but they do it very well. Cuz they're only in places for like 10 minutes each, which is like okay, but then it also fits this like Hitchhiker's Guide because they're hitting like a bunch of different like important elements of this guidebook without like being in one place for the whole time. So but does
And
well.
and that's how the book reads too. Is very just kind of like we're moving on. We're doing this. We're doing
Yeah.
that. We're done. The whole like everything after the song with Ford up to the point where the planet gets destroyed is almost exactly like it is in the book. But Ford has a huge drinking problem throughout the whole series.
I was gonna say in the movie, like at the beginning, you're like, yeah, I can understand why he's, like drinking. It's crazy. The world's about to end. But then at the point where like they're at the little marketplace or whatever, or I don't even know, and like um uh Zaphod's character is like getting him drunk. You're just like, good God, sir, what is wrong with you? But I love Ford. He's doing his best.
I feel like the Ford in this, at least the way he ends up in the books, Ford gets kind of annoying and sort of dickish. But he's a lot better now, or at least in the movie.
Yeah. Does the okay? So how the movie goes? They've hit maybe like 5 to 6 to 7 different places. Do the books kind of focus on one place each, or do they? Is it kind of the same where they hit like multiple places in a book?
So the first book, I mean, follows similarly to this one. Like, they do the ship, they hit the Vogon ship, they go back on the Heart of Gold, they go to Magrathea, back to Earth. That's it. They don't see Hama, they don't do the point of view gun thing. Then the next one just sort of continues after that, where it takes place mainly at the restaurant at the end of the universe, which I learned is not like the edge of the universe, but like the end of time.
Okay.
And it's like a pocket dimension where you go to dinner and watch the world end.
Sad.
And it leaps forward a few years after that one, I think. The first 3 read more like a trilogy, which is what it was intended to be. But then 4 and 5 are sort of taking place after that, but still following the characters.
They're kind of, yeah, okay.
But it's funny because after the 3rd one, it says the 4th book in the Hitchhiker's Guide trilogy.
Amazing. That's amazing. They're kind of like almost like afterthoughts, but also like not, I suppose, depending on how they're written. This is the start of this movie is the start of Martin Freeman being just dragged along unwillingly onto various adventures. In about 5 to 7 years, he gets dragged along by Sherlock Holmes, and about 3 to 5 years after that, he gets dragged along by the
Gandalf.
Yeah, by Gandalf. I was gonna say he just needs to be a companion on Doctor Who to complete the cycle, which I would actually pay money to see him.
I would love that.
Be the Doctor's companion, but at the same time, I feel like it would just be Sherlock. So
I'd pay even more money for it to be John Watson.
We get Benedict Cumberbatch to play the Doctor.
No, that'd be too confusing.
It would just be Sherlock at that point. No, but
it should just be Watson. Like, he comes back as Watson.
That's just
the Doctor instead.
Yeah, but that just brings in the
Super Hulock?
Yeah, Super Hulock, but without supernatural.
Whatever.
Hulock, I guess.
You can still do that.
You can.
Benny can show up.
But, okay, I would want to see him with, like, David Tennant, I think. But Matt Smith would also be good because Matt Smith is, like, younger than him, and so it would be like, why am I listening to you? But I don't know. Ooh, they go back. Wait, are you saying Watson and Holmes go back to the past?
No. I'm saying so. Like, the Doctor goes back to the past. They meet Conan Doyle. Turns out Watson's a real person.
I mean,
and that is Martin.
Watson was based on Conan Doyle's professor, but I know too much about Sherlock Holmes, so.
Or Conan Doyle could just be Martin Freeman. It doesn't matter.
No, Sherlock Holmes was based on his professor, and Watson would be kind of.
I don't care about that.
It's the same thing. It was a bunch of people. Anyways, wait. They go back in time, and okay, you're saying they go back in time, and Martin Freeman plays the original John Watson.
Yes.
In the 1800s.
Yes.
And then, do we have Robert Downey Jr. play Sherlock Holmes, or do we get Benedict Cumberbatch, or do we get someone entirely new?
That part's not important.
He's just not present.
Or the Doctor becomes the inspiration for Sherlock Holmes.
But they already have a Sherlock Holmes episode where he becomes the inspiration for Sherlock Holmes.
When did they do that?
It's with Matt Smith.
No, you're lying.
No, they go to the
I don't believe you.
1800s and he's basically acting like Sherlock Holmes. I don't like he doesn't I guess doesn't necessarily become the inspiration, but they
He
are just
acts
like
like Sherlock. I know what you're talking about. He acts like it, but no, he doesn't become the inspiration for
no,
it.
but
This is
like
way different.
also cuz it's not exactly the 1800s. It's the weird like Victorian alien world.
Yes, I know exactly which one you're talking about.
Anyways, big money. Who is currently
Point
writing
is,
Doctor Who? They should pay us to write the next
it's
season
Chris
because
Chibnall, but he's not doing it anymore after this next season and a few specials.
hey, so they need writers. Let's pitch ourselves
Let's
and
go.
our stories. Okay. Well, that's a different episode because we should talk about we have it on our list, but we need to talk about Doctor Who.
Yes.
Back to Hitchhikers.
We get to see Zaphod.
Yes, we get to see Zaphod.
Zaphod people brought.
I was gonna say before we get to Zaphod,
He's the guy
they
you
say
wanna
Beetlejuice
vote for.
2 times, and they're referring to Betelgeuse, which is the star, but they pronounce it Beetlejuice, and because no one really says Betelgeuse, but they definitely say it 2 times, and I was like, oh no, they're gonna conjure him, but then they're just saying Zaphod Beetlebrox's name, which the first time they said that I was like, oh shit, they said the third one, but they didn't. They're just referring to Zaphod.
Beeblebrox.
And I'm pretty sure they only said Beetlejuice twice and never said it a third time. I've also said it like 5 times now, so but in my life I think I've already summoned
So
him
Michael
like
Keaton,
50
where are
times.
you?
I know, right? I was like, did they purposefully only say it like 2 times because they're like, oh no, we can't conjure him, or was that
I
just
imagine that was
completely
an accident.
unintentional?
I would
Be
assume
pretty
it's an
smart.
accident.
Pretty smart if it wasn't. Um yes, we meet Zaphod, but also before we meet Zaphod, we have this great like nerdy, meet cute, dumbass
I said
moment.
everyone here is an idiot. Oh god.
It's like I thought the beagle was a dead giveaway, dude. Like no one cares. You're both nerds. um. Yeah.
Earth blows up.
You know what we should do? We should upload this episode on a Thursday
A Thursday.
because I could never get a hang of Thursdays. You know, it just doesn't. They're hard. They're complicated, and I think we
Well,
should
that's
just
why it's on
mess up.
Friday, because I could never get the hang of a Thursday.
Okay, fair point. Fair point. Um. Yeah, Sam Rockwell enters and everything falls to shit. Because he destroys the earth. I will say, when the pandemic hit, I think we should have all just laid on the floor, put paper bags over our head, and it all would have been okay.
Will it do anything? Not even slightly.
And I really think that was the solution, you know. We don't know. But
Well, I guess we'll never know
it
now.
worked for these folks. Once again, Ford is such a mood. He
What
just
do you
runs
mean
out
it
of
worked
the
for them? They died.
Ford just running out of the bar with like a thumbs up and then burp.
I trust them to the ends of the earth. How long is that? About 12 minutes.
About 12. Arthur Dent's bathrobe look is like, okay, so this movie was 2005, and you've either seen Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy or you haven't seen Okay, never mind. That's completely true.
Yes.
But I was gonna say
You've either seen it or you haven't.
no. But like you have either seen it and know everything about it, or you have no idea what the fuck it is. But for some reason, everyone still knows the Arthur Dent pajamas bathrobe look. It's like so iconic. Like it's a perfect Halloween costume, perfect Comic-Con costume. Like everyone just knows it. And it's so simple. I'm going to do this sometime. Just dye my hair red.
And then we get to hear some Vogue on poetry. And I really, 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 really want a babblefish.
Those are pretty cool. But really awkward the way he just shoves it in his ear. But I love the little explanation the guide gives you. I just like all of the guide's explanations and the little like digital art. It's very creative and very cute. But the explanation for the babblefish is like very smart actually, how it's feeding. Like that's how it lives and thrives, is off of, I don't remember what they called it. Brainwave energy. Like it's just living its life and vibing, but it's just translating shit for you. And I'm like, that's pretty nice. Gavin,
Thank you.
I think I'm a sofa.
I know how you feel.
Yeah. Also though, That just makes me
You
think
ought
now
to
of
know
Harry
if you're
Potter in the
afraid
sixth
to
one when
ask.
Slughorn turns himself into a chair. But anyways, this movie has really cool like creature designs. Um,
Yes.
and really good special effects. Like the practical effects and the CGI effects are pretty good for 2005. Which, when you look at the credits, there is a long list of visual and special effects people.
Yeah, I
And
bet.
please don't forget to thank your crew, because there are hardworking billions of people that do all the art for your movies. Don't take them for granted. I'm not saying that because I am one of them who does like art, you know, design stuff, art direction, but like still, don't take advantage. Thank them. They're
No, be
important.
nice to them.
They do all the
Because they
hard
can
work.
make your movie terrible.
Oh yeah. Oh, enter Marvin. Marvin, we love Marvin. Um, Marvin is such a mood. Okay, Marvin is like, I want like a cartoon TV show with Marvin and Baymax, because they're like complete opposites, but they're also like so similar, you know? And also, if Baymax just gave Marvin a hug, you know? Wouldn't that just be nice? I think Marvin
How would
deserves a
you
hug.
rate your pain?
um, but
I'm talking to the computer, and it hates me.
oh, poor Marvin. Um, the Ford and Arthur find themselves on Zaphod's ship, and there's this really funny like handshake foot dance moment between Ford and Zaphod,
You
which is
know, I
like
just stuck my thumb out, and here I am.
which yeah I like the call back to actual hitchhiking that Ford does with his like thumb ring thing. But at the
Yeah,
same time, he just this like radio
whatever.
transmitting ring that lets you do thing. Okay. So this came up. They talk about Z or what's
Z, they say Z
yeah
instead of Z.
but the location, the like um of
Z9
Earth.
plural Z alpha.
Yeah, and everyone says Z except for Trillian. And then Trillian is the only one who says Z, like the only one who says it after that, and so it's just Z, and I think that's great. What is your opinion on Z versus Z?
I feel like Z is a lot easier to say,
I agree. I agree.
but I'm sure if I was Canadian or spoke French better, I would maybe disagree.
Or if you were British or Australian
Or any other country,
or
that's
any other
fine.
country, yeah. Once again, America's just being dumb and wants to be different, but like whatever.
I saw this thing where there was this news heading, and it was like some sort of like pothole or something the size of 7 washing machines, and someone commented, Americans really will measure in anything other than metric.
Oh yeah. Oh, that reminds me of a meme that I need to post on the on the Instagram,
Socials.
but it's basically like any any other country, and they're using the metric system and a ruler and all that. And then it's like America, and it's like a person stepping on someone with their feet. It's like so stupid, but yeah, I don't even know why we do it. It's so dumb. Um
Just to be
even like
different.
even like
We're
okay,
special.
I had my physical at my doctor's the other day, and they used uh wait, is it imperial?
Grams?
They used kilograms and centimeters, and I was like, "Oh, are we doing
This is
that now?"
America, guys.
Yeah, like
Well, even the medical community uses motherfucking metric.
yeah, I'm just like, "Wait, so are we changing it up now?" I don't know. I was confused, but like, I'm not I'm they know more than me, so I'll just let them
They're
continue to do their thing.
doctors.
Um
Let's see. I really want that infinite improbability drive,
uh-huh. So,
just because I like the idea of it.
okay. So, uh brain blast moment. Um in this movie in 2005,
Mm-hmm.
they are like, dude, we're in space. We have a knife that toasts your bread. Hot take, maybe not a hot take. Newsflash, this knife actually exists now.
Does it exist now?
It does exist now. There are videos from 2015 of a guy showing you this toasting knife, and I will post links for anyone curious. I will post this on the Instagram, and we'll link it on the Twitter that we now have. Spoilers. But there is a legit bread that toasts your knife. And I don't know
That's cool.
if it's easy to like buy. Oh, wait, Amazon. No, that's just a toaster. What the fuck?
The previous toast knife.
But wait. No, that's the one for turkey. I mean, you could probably use the turkey. You know, there's those turkey knives that are like hot. Oh no, it's just, I don't know.
It's not important. The point is, it exists. And
It
we'll
exists
find it and
now,
we'll share
10
it.
years later, and it exists.
15 years later, you mean?
Yeah. Well, it was kind of a thing in 2015.
Oh, got it.
Yeah, dude, this thing fucking legit works. Okay. We'll post things for you to see. So that just means you gotta follow us on the socials if you want all that exclusive content. Not that you have access to Google yourself, but
One of my favorite lines, and it's how the first book starts, but it says, "In the beginning, the universe was created. This made a lot of people angry and was widely regarded as a bad move."
Amazing.
And factual.
Let's talk about Hamakavula for a second. Every time they said his name, I totally thought they were saying hummus.
Hamakavula!
But I love his little glasses eyes thing. We see it for a moment. He takes off his glasses and he just has like blacked out, like burned out eye sockets. It's really cool. But then he puts his glasses on and they do this weird like holographic like shift thing, and you're like, oh shit, bruh. And then we find out he doesn't have a lower torso. Like, he's just the top half of a body with like these weird like spider metal leg things, but then they stretch and grow, and there's this really awkward moment where he like grows to like, you know, full height, and then but he's like moving like he's on like a wheel or something.
Rollers, 2 legs.
Yeah. It's kind of an interesting design. Is Hamakavula in any of the books at all?
Nope.
They just created
totally
him
doesn't exist.
Huh,
the religion exists and is mentioned briefly in the book, but nothing else is mentioned about it ever.
I could start a cult about sneezing. I think it could catch on.
Achoo.
Bless you. Amazing. Don't you just hate it when you're like on a really important space race chase, but then your entire crew just has to take an hour lunch break? Like, fucking stupid, you know, work rules. Like, who came up with these?
My favorite. Just the bureaucracy of it all. Oh, yeah. 1 hour lunch break.
Time to go. I think I'll have the sandwich this time, or the soup. I don't know. But
I think I'll have the soup.
Then we get this weird lemon zesting, lemonade making thinking cap. Which legit, I swear they're just like, we need a thinking cap, and then they're like, what if we just use a lemon zester? Like, who?
Yes.
Who decided? I don't know. And then we get the weird moment of Zooey Deschanel or Chilean taking a shower, and Arthur comes in, and I'm just like, throwback to Elf. This is weird.
For not the first
At least they're
time.
not singing, but
was this first? Was this before Elf?
No, Elf was before. Elf was like 2003.
Well,
I looked it up. I was curious. Crazy.
Good call.
Crazy
That's twice
stuff.
Now.
Yeah. At least they weren't
nickel
singing this time.
A guy came into her shower, she'd have 2 nickels. Which isn't a lot, but it's weird that it happened twice, right?
It is weird. I was gonna say, at least they weren't singing this time, but I also would have paid money for them to sing a nice little duet. You know.
Or they just start humming like "So Long and Thanks for All the Fish."
That would have been amazing. That would have been amazing. We have this weird whale and Petunia falling after their ship, like morphs them. Billy Bailey voices the whale. And I don't know if you ever watched Black Books, but it's an amazing show. And that's what I know Billy Bailey from. But
I don't think I know who Billy Bailey is.
I only know him from Black Books, really, I think. But I was watching it, and I was like, who is this? Why do I know this voice? And then I was like, oh, of course it's Billy Bailey. Good stuff.
The whole sequence is very funny.
What is normal?
Oh, no.
What is home?
Again.
what are cows? These are very important questions to ask.
It's also funny because when you think about it, Zaphod would be the only one among them that doesn't actually know what a cow is necessarily.
That's true.
Because Ford lived on Earth, Trill's from Earth, Arthur's from Earth.
Yep.
And then turns out Mouse Hunt was a lie. But also, was it true, though?
I don't know.
Because that mouse was hella smart.
I'm questioning everything. You know, we thought we thought the brothers were in control. Turns out the mouse was in control, which we kind of gathered from Mouse Hunt. But then the mouse was really, really in control because the mice created the universe. And we do, in fact, live in the Matrix. We're literally living in a computer program right now, confirmed by Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy.
I like, though, that Deep Thought was just watching cartoons ever since that happened. She's like, nah, I made another thing to do.
Yeah, that was
I've just
amazing.
been watching TV.
She's just like done with it. She's like, I don't have time to answer your questions. Here's the question.
Watching TV, dude.
What was the machine? Was it being held in Area 51? Or
what are you talking about?
was it the Pentagon?
What? What are you talking about?
The computer.
The planet was the computer.
No, I thought you put it on the planet.
No, the planet was the computer.
Oh my God.
Earth was designed as the computer.
Okay, here's the thing. Because the mice end up being those little creepy kids that were asking the question.
Yeah.
But then it says the Earth was created by the mice, this computer program. But it was also created by Deep Thought. So who actually created it?
By Deep Thought, and Deep Thought made the mice.
And then the mice just hijacked it?
And they probably just paid for it. Well, it said it was commissioned by mice.
Oh, right.
So I'm assuming Deep Thought was like, I'll design a computer.
But you
have to pay for it.
They replace mice with like they replace the term of whatever the kids' names are to mice, basically.
Or something like that.
And then, There's this moment with Bill Nye.
Start a fart blast?
Yes. And
Start a fart fest?
Yeah, however you say it.
Who actually is a pretty big character in the books. He shows up a few times.
But this whole moment, he's taking Arthur around in this like weird cage thing. It's kind of like a forklift, not forklift.
I know what you mean.
But it's very like Charlie and the Great Grass Elevator vibes. Because he's just taking him around riding. They're flying through the sky, and I was like, "Oh, this is cute." I don't know if you ever read Charlie and the Great Grass Elevator. Not many people have.
I did not.
But that you do get a little look of it in Charlie and the Chocolate Factory. I think that's the one with what's his
name? Johnny Depp
with Johnny Depp. Yeah, with Johnny Depp.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking of.
Yeah, you do get so you do get a glimpse of that at the end of that one where their elevator is flying through the sky. But basically, the second Charlie and the Chocolate Factory book is about this elevator, which is a pretty cool elevator, but that was the vibes I was getting with this whole Slaughter Bart Fest moment. And then we find out Party is back together. They're being poisoned by the mice.
They get the point of view gun.
The mice try
and they kill Marvin.
Yes, the mice try and eat Arthur's brain. They kill Marvin.
They don't try to eat his brain, they just want to harvest it.
Close enough. He squishes the mice. Point of view gun makes everyone too sad to do anything.
Same.
Very relatable. Earth comes back.
Oh, I'm so depressed.
Arthur has his character development point where he decides he doesn't need his house back. Yeah, and then him and Trillian decide to travel the universe. Amazing.
In the books, they don't ever actually really get together.
Oh?
They have a kid, but it's not like the normal way because there's a lot of time travel and a lot more sci-fi-ness in the books where, like, Trill is some point in the future goes to a sperm bank that Arthur donates to.
Oh.
But he hasn't done it yet.
Oh, God.
She has their daughter.
Confusing.
She doesn't meet the daughter when she's born. She meets the daughter later on.
Oh, so it's like River Song.
Space reporting. And then the daughter gets dropped off with Arthur.
So their daughter is River.
It's very weird. It's so strange.
And they are.
And Arthur lives on a planet as a sandwich maker. And I'm also pretty sure that the planet ends up getting blown up again.
Oh.
And they're actually on it this time.
Oh.
And that's how the books end.
Sad. Wow.
It's very strange.
You kind of talk. Yeah, I mean that just sums up the film. That sums up the film. It's wild adventure. It's amazing. It's got great quotes. But you have talked a little bit about how the books are different from the movies.
I mean, the biggest one is the point of
Or the
view
movie
and
and
Hamakavula,
Hamakavula.
but Ford is described as like a redhead with curly hair. I pictured like a carrot top Weasley.
Amazing. Is is there more to the books that doesn't happen in the movie? You know how like book adaptations always have like little parts where you're like, oh, they didn't include that, obviously, because they only have like
I
two
mean,
hours. But
little bits, but not really. I mean, it's pretty faithful.
like 5 books takes this, like it takes them 5 books to
Oh,
do
no,
all
no,
that
no.
stuff. Or you're just talking
No,
about the
no,
first
no,
book?
no. Just the first book. Like, first book to this. Like, if they made more movies.
Yeah, I was gonna say, would they have ever made more movies?
I feel like no, only because Douglas Adams died, and
Yeah.
they wouldn't want to do it without him, I would guess.
Do you know? Have you looked into it all if they had talked about?
I have not.
Okay.
I was just guessing.
Yeah. Um, the movie got a few nominations, but not anything really big. You know, like some Empire Awards, Golden Trailer, Teen Choice Awards, but like really just nominations. They did win the most original for the Golden Trailer Awards
Hmm.
and nominated for the best voiceover. Good job.
Way to go, Steven.
But ooh, nominee for best original song at the International Online Cinema Awards in
Was it for
2006.
so long, or
It was for
People
so
Props?
long, of course.
I mean, there's. Have you heard Zaphod's campaign song?
No.
You should look it up. It's pretty funny.
Okay. I will look that up.
Zaphod Beeblebrox, he's the guy you wanna vote for. When you get into that voting booth, put an X next to his name.
I think in 2024 I'm gonna vote for Zaphod.
Don't do that.
We would all be fucked. We saw how that went over.
Everybody votes for Zaphod.
Clearly he destroys the earth. So, otherwise, do you have any like big rants for this movie? I mean, I think
Nah,
yeah, it's
I would
pretty
not. I don't have anything bad to say.
pretty
about
good, pretty classic. I've never watched the like television series, or listened to the radio show, or read the book. So clearly, I need to catch up on my pop culture. But
it. Pop culture from the 70s, 80s, and 90s.
yeah, that's all I live for, don't you know? But I imagine the TV series to be very like Doctor Who, Twilight Zone, Star Trek, just from what I saw of the pictures. But Simon Jones, who played Arthur Dent in the original series, plays the ghostly image in the movie, which is kind of a cool little nod. I love
the
it when they do
Magrathea
that.
one?
Yeah, I love when
That's cool.
when movies and remakes and stuff do that. It's like a cute little.
Douglas Adams shows up in the end when they hit the improbability drugs and goes bump, 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 bump. And then the
Aw.
last face, that's him.
Amazing. Oh, that's cute. Oh, that's cool. It's got the movie has surprisingly a very, very clear and very pretty picture for 2005. And like, I mean, maybe I'm just, I don't know. I feel like early 2000s is like it's fine. Like it's better. We had decent technology and whatever. And like I think we're kind of probably just starting to move entirely away from film, but they're like especially the ending, the last few shots in Earth 2, Mark 2 or whatever. There's some really pretty shots and I was like, damn, this movie is nice.
I'm surprised it held up after all these years, honestly. Like, I assumed that the effects and all that would be a lot worse. But
Yeah.
like you mentioned, they do a lot of practicals, which is probably what helps it.
Yeah, well, and then even just their CGI is decent too. I'm like maybe the only like thing is like the little crabs, but like that's pretty good. We got some great music from Joby Talbot.
Thank you, Joby.
Yeah, it's very Star Wars, Star Trek, very good. Until the end, we get Thanks for the Fish returning in a kind of like jazzy 60s like mood, which is fun. But it's got some great, or not even like 2001 Space Odyssey. That's what I would say. It's got some really good music that way, which I would actually in a less like in a less like mind-boggling brain fuck way. This is very 2001 Space Odyssey.
There's also one more Doctor Who actor that we didn't mention.
Oh no.
Only because he's a creature actor. But he's done a few creatures on Doctor Who.
Ooh,
His name is Spencer Wilding.
Does he play the Vogons? Or who does
he does some of the Vogons, but he's the Minotaur creature.
Ooh, I love that episode. Okay.
Also, apparently, he did the body of Darth Vader in Star Wars.
Ayo. Wait, in which ones? In the original?
Rogue One.
In Rogue One. I was going to say, not in the original. Yeah. What other has he done?
He also did a thing in Deathly Hallows, Harry Potter.
Oh, we got Harry Potter, Doctor Who. White Walkers. Okay.
Actually, Hitchhiker's Guide was his first thing.
Ayo. Did he do multiple Doctor Who episodes?
Or... Yes, he did.
What other creatures did he play?
He did the Wooden King.
Okay. That's later. That's a later one.
Skaldak in the Cold War.
Okay.
And he did one in one of the more recent ones, Orphan 55, which you probably haven't seen.
No. I don't think I've seen anything past season 8.
That's okay. But yes.
Cool.
He's pretty great.
I love creature actors. Honestly, there's so much talent. We'll go off on a little tangent, but did you watch the Scary Stories to Tell in the Dark movie? I think we talked about this.
Probably, but yes, I saw it.
Because we definitely mentioned, oh, hey, there's Bucky and Sam on IMDb. Love it. Sorry. We love our heroes in life just popping up every day. Hold on, it's going to take me a second to find it. We definitely mentioned, Troy James playing the Jangly Man. I think we brought him up at some point because he was also in a couple other... Oh, he's in Hellboy and stuff. But, seriously, creature actors, so talented. So much contortionism. Also in, It, we get some good... people are so talented. Ragdoll. Yeah.
He's crazy flexible.
Yeah, it takes talent.
He's going to be in something called the Wendigo.
The Wendigo?
Yeah. Well, I mean, it's partial talent, but also, contortionist, you're born that way a little bit.
Yeah, but I mean, you can also train your body to be super hyper flexible. Bill Skarsgård, I mean, he's a contortionist, but also in fucking It, he does it half the movie. What?
I mean, you can just train like Bill Skarsgård. Well, he's actually a contortionist, so he.
No, those were two different. Those were two different trains of thought. But it's fucking, I don't know. It's amazing. I want a movie where that's just all creature actors, contortionism, spooky shit. It would be amazing. That's every horror movie, but instead of just one person, it's everyone is like that, It would be cool. Anyways, goals.
Do we have any final thoughts?
I don't think I really have any.
Before we move on to our relevant topic time?
I don't know. Do you have any final thoughts?
Other than go watch it immediately because it's a great movie.
Yeah, if you haven't watched it, and if you've seen it but you don't like it, then rethink your life choices.
If you like sci-fi comedy, it's right up your alley.
Yeah, it's good stuff. Everyone needs to watch it. It's also fairly family friendly. I say all ages for the most part. There's a couple dick jokes, but no one's gonna catch it if they're under 10. Yeah. It's pretty family movie kind of thing, kind of content. We do have a relevant topic for today. We could also do a random topic, but I came up with a relevant topic while we were watching.
Do the relevant one.
What is your space name, i.e. Trillion, Zephyr, or Arthulia?
Arthulia.
How would you change your name into a space name?
I would be Gravitrax.
Ooh, that's a good one. I didn't actually think about this.
Or just Gravy.
Maybe Killian.
That could be
Killian.
That could be short.
I don't know. Killian is a name.
Could still be a space name.
Yeah. Okay, you can't. That's a name that's already existent.
Killian's already also a name too.
It's okay.
I said it was fine.
Ooh, 191 space baby names. Amazing. Oh no, that's dumb. These are stupid. This is not what I wanted. Yeah, Killian, probably. That was kind of a short, relevant.
My short nickname could be Gravy. That's
Gravy.
gravy over there.
That's amazing. Ooh, you can send your name to space. That's fun.
Just buy a star.
Yeah. Ooh, let's make a Bane and Mickey star.
All
It'll
right.
be a new constellation.
We'll buy enough stars to make a constellation.
Amazing. Well, that's like 3 or 4. We could do it. With the money that we don't have. Anyways, I think that's about it for this episode.
Be sure to like, follow, rate, share. Let us know how we're doing, and if you like it, tell your friends.
You can listen to us on Spotify, Apple Podcasts, and just about anywhere else you like to listen. And if you don't find us on your favorite hosting site, let us know, and we will add it, because we can do that.
Or just go to baneandmickeyshow.buzzsprout.com, and you'll find all of our episodes right there for you.
That's right. You can access it on desktop or mobile. Convenient. You can also follow us on Bane and Mickey _podcast on the Insta for weekly updates, fun little film news, nerdy memes, and little BTS or relevant topics. We're gonna kind of try and change up and add to the content we produce for you all on there. And guess what?
Now we have a Twitter.
A Twitter? Oh
That's
my God!
right.
You like the little
You
blue
can
bird?
tweet us at Bane and Mickey on Twitter.
That's
And
right.
tell us how much you don't like our podcast and think we're not funny, Edward.
You can also send us random topics for us to add to our box, or just let us know how you're doing. Say hi, and give us some feedback.
However you feel like interacting with us on any of these is a-okay with us.
We want to
hate
know
speech, please.
how we're doing. We know how we're doing. We want to know how you're doing about how we're
you
doing.
think we're doing. Like, how you doing?
Yeah.
Well, have a great week, everyone.
Have a good.
Thanks for listening, and we'll catch you on the flippy flip.
That's right. Make sure you go figure out the answers to the ultimate question.
And don't forget your towel.
The ultimate question itself, and don't forget your towel. Indeed. All right. We'll see you all next week. Bye.
Bye.